In this video, we're going to set up our EC2 server to serve static files such as CSS, images, and JavaScript so that we can run in production. Note that having a separate server serve your static files will result in a faster page load. The entire next section of this course is actually going to go into detail on how exactly to do this via Amazon. However, that's not going to be free, so I want to provide you guys a free option in this video. A few things must happen on a production environment that aren't needed in the development environment. You must run manage.py collect static, which is a Django command that collects all static files, CSS, images, JavaScript, etc., and moves them into your static root directory. You must configure your server to serve your static root directory at the static URL, because Django's dev server is not going to take care of this in production. And lastly, we'll want to serve our media files at the media root for the same reason. Let's open up FileZilla so that we can modify our settings.py file. And define our static root, media root, and media URL variables in our settings.py file. Let's just put them inside our main project folder. And let's also define our media URL to simply be media. Let's test that our modifications are working correctly by connecting to our instance and running collect static. Type yes. And cool, files should have been transferred to our static directory. Let's verify that in FileZilla. Oh, just to be safe, let's create a static and media directory, although they may have been created with the collect static command. Yes, there was just a lag on the reload. Here they are. As you can see, the admin and polls static folders have been copied successfully. Remember, you'll want to run this command every time you add or edit your static files. There's a bunch of tools that simplify the process of running this command, such as Fabric. This is a bit outside the focus of this course, but you can learn more here. Now we need to have Django serve these files through our EC2 instance. So let's open up our config file and make some changes. We'll make some aliases for our static and media folders to route traffic to the correct folders. and then we'll need to open them up to the server. Lastly, on Bitnami, you need to comment out the default static location. Save these changes and overwrite them to the server. We're going to need to restart the server for the changes to take effect, but before we do, I'm going to remind us what the project without CSS or static files look like. Okay, that's right. Now let's restart our server to see the change. Awesome. As you can tell, it's working. Our CSS and images are now loading correctly. We have our responsive bootstrapped sample project and are serving our static files from our EC2 server. We're so close to production. In the next video, we're going to make the last changes and flip the switch.